Liam has never seen this trailer before. I don't think he's been in a slant load or a step up before. Maybe he's got a step up. I can't remember. But he's never seen this trailer before, so I wanted to video his reaction and anything that we might work through. Good boy. It is always best to show your horse the trailer way, way, way before you ever have to use the trailer, because you need to know how they feel about that trailer so you can help them work through those emotions and fears and whatever, so that when you do need the trailer, it's not a big deal. You've already helped them feel safe and confident about the steel box. So I'm just letting him have a look at it, touch and feel and whatever he wants to do. If he stepped up in here, that'd be great. I'd give him a treat. And that might be all that we do today. But this is not really about getting him in here. It's just letting him see it and feel like he can explore. Yeah, he's thinking about stepping in because he's getting a little curious. And so if he did, that'd be great. Good boy. I'm just going to get a treat ready for if he does step in. He wants to chew on it, that's fine. It's gross, but it's fine. Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. He smells that treat. So he's certainly not relaxed about the trailer. He says, I know all about this scary thing. But he's not totally freaking out or flying backwards or any of that. So we've got some good things. Oh, he says he'd like to leave. This does not interest him anymore. Good boy. And I usually set a time for this type of thing, maybe 15-20 minutes, just observing their reaction to being near the trailer and trying to positively reinforce the trailer with no forcing them in here. And if in 15-20 minutes he didn't step in, that would be fine as long as he was relaxed. Once he gets into the trailer, he usually panics because has extreme separation anxiety. So it's like his worst nightmare. He's in a box without other horses and he doesn't want to be in there. He doesn't feel safe in there. So he usually does a lot of pawing and yelling, stomping around. Gets very, very afraid. So the only thing that I will do, because he is fairly relaxed, is just keep redirecting him to looking at the trailer. And if he wants to graze a little bit, that's fine. I just want him to keep having a look at it every once in a while. Come on, big boy. So I just very subtly keep asking him to consider stepping in. I don't want him to just walk away. You can have a few bites, and you can look at the trailer door, and then he can come have a look at the trailer. Good boy. I like how he kind of straightened himself out there. I'm just going to put a treat down on the floor and see if he'll find that. It's funny, the horses have a really hard time following a treat to the ground. Good boy. Because they're so used to taking it from the hand. Sometimes teaching them to retrieve the treat is a good thing. Then it doesn't always have to come from your hand. Oop, ouch. And that type of stuff where he just kind of banged his cannon on there definitely does not positively reinforce the trailer. So that can be a really hard obstacle to get past. Hi. Yes, you're very cute. Teaching them to be careful around the trailer. Good boy. There's another snack. It's on the ground. It's right there. You see it? No, he does not see it. Isn't that funny? They're so used to getting it out of your hand. Good boy. You can hear there's some tension and anxiety in that blowout there. It's a little bit of a stressed sigh. Good boy. You're so cute, Liam. See if I can just encourage him to step forward. That was pretty good. Didn't put much pressure on the lead rope. They really have to trust you to follow you into a steel box that makes a lot of noise. You're going to close the gate on me? That's very clever. It says, here, you try it out. See how you like it. Yeah. Good job. Yes. Closing the door, I see you. Oh, now he's going to start biting the rope a little bit. That's probably some anxiety. Now you're stalling. No, no, you're stalling. Very literally, he is stalling me in. Come on. Good boy. There you go. It's on the ground. Did you hear it? It's rolling away. Look at it go. He's going. He's going. There you go. Yes, you're very cute. Good boy. So I'm going to give him maybe 3 to 5 more minutes to explore. And then I'm just going to turn him back out into the pasture. And that will be his trailer session for today. Especially for a horse that's already this has so many trust issues and is so anxious. You have to be really patient and proactive about scary stuff like this. Good boy. Always thinking about it. You're a good boy. Oh, 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 oh. Good boy. You're funny. So if I was ready to ask him for a little bit more, I would take my flag out and just see if I could get him to think forward and take that first step. But that's not the goal today. The goal is just to let him look at it and just to observe how he feels about it, how he reacts to it. Yes, you're so good at closing that gate. I see that. No, don't close the gate. Want to step in? He's probably thinking this trailer's pretty small for him. He's a big boy. You want to take that little step? So those are kind of like a little bit of fear when he takes those blowouts. Don't do it. No, no, don't close the gate. Good boy. Oh, it's rolling away from you. Oh, you got reach. I think without the flag, that's about all we're going to get today, which is fine. I just wanted to see what he would do. Good boy. Did a good job. You were very brave. He says, yes, I was. Yes, you were. All right, Liam's been working on the trailer for probably a week now. And he just does 15, 20 minutes maybe. And the whole goal is just to help him get more comfortable with the sound of the trailer, the feel of the trailer, the look of the trailer, being around the trailer, understanding how to step into the trailer, how to step out of the trailer. So there's a lot of things for him to understand and get used to. So it's been a slow and easy process, just getting him feeling safe about stepping in with 1 foot and then 2 feet, and hopefully we'll be able to get him all 4 feet and able to stand relaxed, because the sound of the trailer really scares him. So we're having to get used to that. Lots of loud banging when he moves around is scary. So he's gotten pretty good at bringing a foot or 2 feet in, but then he has a hard time stepping forward when I ask him to. He gets fearful and he wants to leave, so I let him leave, but I make it a little less comfortable to be out there than it is to be in here. I have treats, so he's getting some rewards when he steps in. Good boy. And I don't want to have to use the flag to get him to step in. I want him to come forward off the feel of the lead rope. Good boy. That's so brave. Good job. And I like when he offers more than I ask for. There he went for 2 feet. Good boy. And then I want to be able to pick up this lead rope and ask him to step forward a step. Good boy, without him getting resistant or flying backwards. And eventually I want that to build up to where I can ask him to step forward and bring his hind leg up. Good job. Into the trailer. Good boy. So he thought about leaving there, but then I asked him to stay, and he actually did, so I'm pretty proud of him for that. He usually gets a bit afraid, and he leaves, even though I've asked him to stay with a little feel on the rope. Let's see what he decides to do here. I've asked him to stay. Good boy. And he did. I'd really like him to go ahead and step in with that hind leg, because he's so big that he can get his nose all the way to the front here, and I'm out of space. Good boy, I like that. He moved his feet a little bit to a better position to bring his hind leg up. And that's alright, he decided to leave, but I kept a little feel on this rope because I didn't want him to leave. So I'm going to make it a little less comfortable to be out there with a bit of a tug on the halter. And then eventually I'll go to the flag to make it even less comfortable out there. Good boy, if I need to. And I just really want him to step forward. He doesn't have to get all the way back in. Good job. Good boy. Alright, see if you can get that hind leg up. Says, no, I don't think I need to. I'm gonna keep 2 feet in, 2 feet out. No commitment. Good job. He just moved his feet to the side, which helps bring his hind leg up. Anything that's getting him closer to stepping in is gonna get rewarded. Good job. I like the angle he's at here. Let's see if I can get him to commit to at least one hind foot, just moving it up and in. I really like that he's staying here though, and he's trying, so I'm going to reward that. Come on, big boy. I'm going to use the flag here just to see if that'll give him a little bit of motivation. Just to bring his hind leg up. He says nope. It's going to give me some motivation to leave. So I'm going to make it a little bigger out here. Good boy. And then relax when he steps back in. Good job. Put a little pressure on here. So this is where I have to push him past his comfort zone. Good job. Just a little bit so we can keep getting better. Building confidence. Yeah, good job. And it's a very, very particular process to help him understand what I want and make him feel safe. You bring that hind leg up. So here's where he's not understanding that I want him to come forward. Yeah, we're going to create some energy there. Good job. And he doesn't have to stay in here once he brings his hind foot up. I just want to teach him what the next step is. Bring the hind legs. Figure out how to get your body stuffed in here. So you're a big boy. Good boy. Good job. Hey, that's a good try right there. Good boy. So that's all that I need right now. It's just a try. Just 1 foot. Yes, giving it a try. And you can hear him breathe out there. That's him telling me that it's really scary, but he's really trying. We're gonna try again. See if I can get that hind foot to commit again. So they have to know that the flag means to move forward and not backwards. And then it's not going to get more assertive, even though he's not moving fast. Thanks for leaving that out there. Good boy. Good job. And they're not born knowing how to operate their feet into a trailer, so you have to break that down to them. 1 foot at a time. There's just a little more pressure out here. Good job. Oh, that's a good try. Good boy. Now I have to take that. I have to reward that because that's what I want. That little tiny bit of try there. Always want to take the pressure off as soon as you can. Just a little bit. When it gets a little bit better, you've got to reward that. Especially when it's something that's really scary for them. Says he's gonna leave. The other horse is coming up here. Probably messing with the pivot. Yes, good boy. Come on. Good job. That's a good try. Good job. Just bringing that other foot up. Try again. Good boy. I've taken a week to help explain this to him because it can get really overwhelming for them. If you try and get it all done in one day, they don't actually learn anything or build any confidence. Good job. They just get more fearful of it. I know. Oh, it's so scary. And I don't want to get after him for the pawing because that's just his way of telling me that it's scary and that it's hard and that it's frustrating. So that's fine. I'm going to keep a little pressure on if he's going to paw. Just a little bit though. This is so scary. I'm going to step out here. We're going to give it more energy. Good boy. Good job. Because he's so scared, I mean, he's telling me how scared he is. I can't push him past that little try there. I've got to give him a break. Let him breathe and think. Good boy. I don't mind him stepping back because it's going to help get him into a position where he can bring his hind leg up. So you've got to be careful that you're not asking him to do something that's going to like get him hurt because they're bang their cannon bone up against the trailer. We don't want that, which he might do, but I want to prevent it. Good job. So you want to put him in a good spot to make it easy. Good boy. Yeah, that's right. Good job. That's right. He'll step into a trailer, his own trailer. He'll get into it pretty easily, but he's so afraid when he's in there because he doesn't actually understand He's just being a good boy and he's doing what he's told, but it scares him. Yep, come on. You can do it, that's right. I'm going to give a little bigger try because he kind of knows what I'm going for here. Good job, good boy. Good, I like that he's moving his shoulder over, giving himself some room to step in. Good boy. Picking his foot up. Good job. I know, that's so scary. Oh, that's so scary. Now, I'd like to see if I can just get him to step that one hind foot up a little bit more. Have a slight bit more commitment before we finish up here. Good boy. That's right. Good job. Look at you. He says, did you say more commitment? Yes. Good job. Can you try again? Can you try again? Like there, he kind of hit his foot. I don't really want him to do that because it'll deter him from trying. Not that I can really prevent it a whole bunch, but sometimes you can. Good boy. Prevent that a little bit. I think what I'd really like for him to do is to just step up with both feet. I don't know if we're going to get there. Just for a second. Good boy. Yep. Good boy, that's right. Yes, good boy. Good boy. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, and if he leaves, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. I just wanted him to get a little more commitment. Wow, that was scary. And then I want to see if I can lead him back up. Just front feet. Good boy. Good job. So he did something really scary. And then he does something he's a little more comfortable with. And then he's all done. Okay, we can back up now. Good job. So he just pushes his comfort zone a little bit because it's such a scary thing for him. All right, so he's finally been able to get all the way in and stay in to eat his breakfast and his dinner. So he's been able to do it twice. We're going to see if he can get in and stay in and just eat some treats. Since I don't have his breakfast or dinner. Yeah. The goal is that I am able to just lead him in off the feel of the lead rope without using the flag. We're not there yet. He's still pretty afraid of when he has to put his hind legs in, when he has to fully commit. Still freaks him out, so we'll see how he does today. See if I can lead him in on his front feet. Good boy. It's very brave. I'm going to see if I can lead him in hind feet. That's pretty good for him. So I have to think about it. Think about it. Thinking about it. So I'm going to pull out my flag to help him think a little bit faster. Since he's done it a couple times, I can put a little more pressure on him a little faster. Good boy. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to get the other foot up. There, good boy. So I wanted him to move his shoulder to the right a little bit. I guess my left. So it's a little easier for him to get in. Good boy. Very good. And now the sound of the trailer doesn't scare him as much. And he's figured out that if he doesn't shake, the trailer is much quieter. Good boy. I just gave him a couple of treats. Let him look around. That is very good. That's the fastest he's been able to do that. Oh, he's got some grain in here that he can clean up. Super. Let's see if I can back him up. Backing up kind of scares him because it gets loud again. Good. The slower he can go, the better. Because it'll be quieter and more controlled. I'm really trying to help him with his body, making sure he's putting himself in a good position. Good boy. Not like that he didn't fly out there. He didn't freak out. He just took it one step at a time. Great. He was nice and slow and controlled and thoughtful. And that's all it will do today. Good boy. You were so brave. All right.